register earthquake hit everyone's home this morning, or at least as far as we've been notified. From here all the way through Boston, I've heard from people in Long Island and from New York. It wasn't just Franklin Township. It emanated in Tewksbury, Lebanon area. Again, a 4.8 registry, which is a fairly high registration of the velocity and the impact of an earthquake. And we have had very little repercussion that we're aware of. We did receive information from the mayor today that the DPW has been going out and with public service, electric and gas, checking utilities and making sure that there aren't any leaks, there aren't any floods, that we seem to be in good shape on that level. We do, however, have one building where there has been some damage. It's not huge, but in a building such as this, that is solid concrete, a little fissure in here says a lot about the impact of what this earthquake has wrought today. And I'm happy to say I'm here with Greg Smith, who is the general body manager at Stankovitch Auto Body on Route 27, which has long been a staple in auto body repair. I know my little Infinity spent a lot of time here when Tony Stankovitch was still with us. And so he is, how many years?
47 years.
Wow, 47 years in Franklin Township. And so I guess it's kind of an odd testament that a place that is famous for rebuilding and redid this entire building has suffered a little bit as a result of this earthquake. Tell us what happened.
Well, at 10:03 this morning, 10:23 rather, I was sitting at my desk, just hung up the phone with my doctor, and all of a sudden, I felt my floor just start rumbling, and I thought one of our compressors in the back may have blown up or something because it was such a loud bang and a lot of movement and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, after a couple of seconds, I realized that this was an earthquake because I've been through it before. Back in 1991, when I was living out in L.A., I experienced the same type of situation. But then I actually heard like a train roaring, like a loud roar of a train, and then all of a sudden, the cement floors just started rolling and buckling and stuff like that. So it was the same situation that came to mind to me from back then. So I jumped up, came out here and ran to one of my guys. If you want to pan this way, my guys are over here working on cars, and one of my workers actually told me that the car moved as a result of the impact. I mean, this is a huge BMW that we're working on here right now, and if that car moved, that's got to show you the significance of how impactful the earthquake was.
Sure. Yeah, a several thousand-pound vehicle.
Oh yes, if not more. And I came outside and I like everybody, what they say you're supposed to do, run outside or whatever, just to assess. And I looked over my doorway, and like you can see the large crack that opened up right over here.
Right above the doorway, Franklin.
Above the doorway, you can see how it opened up here, and it's going upwards. And right in the middle of the auto body sign over here, you can see the large crack right there as well. We just had the building redone about a year and a half ago, so this is a fresh redo. And wow, look at this here and on the side of the building as well. If you want to pan around.
Yeah, we're going to walk over there. But this looks like a fairly solid structure.
Oh yeah, it is, definitely. I mean, we've been there for 47 years and it's been solid. That windstorm we had a couple of days ago was pretty significant as well. So yeah, I think it's a pretty solid building.
And for it to have experienced even a little fissure like this, it's pretty scary, Franklin, because it's an indication that there's a weakness, and that something by Mother Nature, totally out of our control, had a little party today. So we're going to wander around. I guess watch out for the cord. Yeah, we're going to wander around the other side, and as soon as we are able to move the camera, we can see the rest of. And again, in passing, does this look like it's a huge amount of damage? No, but it wasn't there before.
Yeah.
It wasn't there before 10:23 this morning.
Yeah, look at that. Here and over there on that side as well. You can see where it's opened up, like some crack lines, for lack of a better word, around those two entrances to our two restrooms on the side here. So I think that was pretty significant. I could tell you from experience, that was very, very impactful. Very scary, very scary. I immediately called my wife and FaceTimed her. When she opened up the phone, she was crying because she was so scared. She didn't know what happened. She was telling me that my dog started barking and whining like a minute or two before. She yelled down to the dog to be quiet because she works from home. And boom, after the dog started barking, the earthquake happened. So
Well, I hope her next words to the dog were "Thank you."
yeah, pretty much. He did forewarn her, but unfortunately she works upstairs and she didn't know what to do, so who knows what to do in a situation like this because you're never exposed to it.
Yeah. Well, what's scary is that this fissure goes all the way up to your roof.
Straight all the way up there. You see it from here going straight on up to there. So we didn't see any damage on the remaining portion of our building over there, but we did have some parts and stuff fall off some shelves in the back. One of the workers in the back, he didn't know what was going on either. He just saw items falling off of the shelves and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So, do you have somebody coming in to make sure the structure has not been damaged in any way?
I would like to reach out to the guy who did the work and see if he can come out and fix it up and patch it up for us or what have you, because the damage is significant that you can see it. So. Yeah.
And you just worry about the stability of the building.
Right, exactly.
Because if that fissure gets a little bit wider, there could be an issue.
Exactly. I agree with you on that.
And I guess somebody's going to, at some point, have to get up on the roof, because if it's up there, it could be out there as well.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it could be further damage that we haven't assessed as of yet, but what I say is there a possibility for further damage? Absolutely, I wouldn't doubt it, because that was serious. I literally was almost bounced out of my chair. Because I was like bouncing like this, and I'm like saying to myself, wait a minute, what is this? Did something just blow up? Did a compressor just blow up in the back, or did a truck or something or hit the building or whatever? Because that's how hard it felt, like something actually ran into the building or something blew up or whatever.
And you're a formidable guy to have something bounce you around.
Yeah, to be bounced around in my chair. Yeah, it was quite scary.
It's absolutely scary because there's nothing you can do.
Nothing.
The aftershock, we are told, if that were to happen, and Greg's going to tell us a little bit more because he's very familiar with the Ramapo fault in New Jersey. But if you were to experience one of the aftershocks, the advice seems to be crouch, roll yourself up, and cover your head, just in case if there's anything that's falling, that at least your brain is protected and your face is protected. So tell us, again, you've been a veteran of another earthquake, having lived on the West Coast. Tell us about the fault here.
Well, and listening to the news all day, they were talking about the fault that runs through New Jersey is called the Ramapo Fault. And from Ramapo through Hunterdon County, Tewksbury, White House Station, they've got a lot of people who have been coming forward talking about their experience about what's had happened as far as what they felt. People were in diners, plates falling on the floor, people being startled, just like what's going on? Because we're New Jerseyans, we're not used to earthquakes. When I lived in California, it was a common thing. Although I experienced it once, and ironically, on the day that I was driving back from California to New Jersey, is the day that it happened.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was quite scary. Brought back some painful memories of that day.
Sure. But maybe that was a sign that you needed to come to New Jersey.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's not a sign that I need to leave Jersey either, so I ain't going anywhere now.
Okay.
But it was very scary. Very scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The unknown is scary.
Yeah. You've had a lot of calamities lately, so...
Well, the surprises that Mother Nature has really hit us hard.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I had to pull over a couple of times over the last couple of days. You can't see when the rain is coming down in sheets.
Yeah.
It's so dangerous. It's so scary. And then the windstorms and so many other things that have happened that you wonder, is this a cosmic revelation of some sort? And now Monday, we have a total solar eclipse happening.
Yeah.
So I think we need to be paying attention to the earth around us a little bit more. Let's get a little bit more sensitive to our surroundings and how we can contribute to keeping our earth safe. That's a whole different live stream, Franklin, but it kind of raises its head today.
True. Yeah, I think we all need to start being a little bit more kinder and gentler to ourselves and this planet, because this is the only one we have. I don't think I'm going to live long enough to be able to go to Mars. Maybe one of my grandsons. or wait on my great-great-grandsons, perhaps, but this is all we got, so we got to take care of it and, and love it,
Absolutely right.
So.
I don't know that Mars will have more to offer than Earth does at the moment. Nonetheless, we still have to be respectful of what's here, be embracing of what the future will hold. But we must be very protective. Again, that's a whole different live stream, Franklin. And we're excited that we're here and that there have been no injuries that we're aware of, that we have heard of, that have been reported to us, that have been directly affected, that have hurt anybody. Yeah. So we're blessed on that level. Nonetheless, this was scary. What are you doing to prevent this? Is there something that you can prevent? Are you going to be repairing this? What's your story?
We're going to have to repair this because, who knows, there may be more structural damage behind this that we're not aware of. So we're here. We've been here for 47 years. We'd like to be here for another 47 years. So want to make sure the structure is sound for that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, as long as we're here, Mr. Stankovitch, caretaker, Mr. Greg Smith, give us a little plug about Stankovitch Auto Body.
We've been here for 47 years. Me personally, I've been here for 3 years. Been in the industry since 1991. When I moved back from LA, I moved back here. I actually had a job with an insurance company before I even moved back here. That was my entrance into the auto repair industry. And, I've been here for the past 3 years, managing since Mr. Stankovitch passed away 3 years ago. He was a great man, and you know that for yourself. He was a great man, which actually, helped sway my decision to walk away from corporate America to come and work for a mom and pop shop. And it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I love it.
He was a character.
Yeah.
He was one of the kindest men that I have ever known.
Even the shirt off his back.
Oh my gosh. He kept my little Infiniti. Now, I like to keep my cars for as long as I can possibly keep them. And I had that Infiniti for well over 20 years. And it got into a couple of little scrapes here and there. And I would bring it in, Tony, help me. What can you do? When I left after that car was repaired, it was like I had a brand new quarter panel or a brand new roof or a brand new, it looked like a brand new little car. And until the last time when he just couldn't find another Infiniti to get parts for me, I cried like a baby when I had to leave that car here because he couldn't fix it. But he just, he went out of his way. He never spoke down to anyone. He understood that you were suffering because your car was inoperable and that you already were going through the trauma of whatever brought you here in the first place, whether it was an accident or just damage by Mother Nature or whatever. He understood that, and he never made you feel bad about the fact that you were here. Never accused you of being careless, but he took care of business and assured you it was going to be all okay.
And like our motto is, we make it like it never happened.
Ooh, I like that.
That's how we do it. Make it like it never happened. The biggest joy for me is giving back the keys to the owner and that biggest smile on their face when they see their shiny cool car like it never happened.
Well, Greg has also helped me in my big fat Cadillac too, and I did have the opportunity to receive my keys back and feel like the damage that had been done had been safely taken care of by Mr. Greg Smith and Stankovitch Auto Body right here on Route 27, and we are still Franklin Township here, yes?
Absolutely, yes. Across the street is New Brunswick, but right here is Franklin Township, one of the greatest places to live.
Okay, what are the hours here?
Hours are 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, Saturdays 8 to 12.
Phone number?
732-246-3655.
And you take care of all the insurance stuff?
I work with all insurance companies, and they all know me because I came from the industry, so I know how to do the ins and outs. Make sure you get taken care of very well.
Okay, well, right now you've got to take care of the outs. Yes. So we thank you for taking the time to speak with us today, to have alerted us to the fact that you did have some visible damage from this 4.8 earthquake in central New Jersey. Just such a happenstance happening that has all of us a little shaken up. Yeah. So we thank you for sharing your time and the fact that, yes, you're still standing.
Yes, we are still standing. Hope to be another 47 years.
There you go.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Greg.
Thank you again for coming out. I appreciate it.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
All right.
PJ Parker, Franklin reporter and advocate, and we'll be back.